welcome back to a new season of Music Box with me, Meg Vincetta, and today I am joined by indie disco sensation Fagan.
Sensation.
Nice.
Yeah. I like that.
Gotta hype you up, haven't we?
Yeah.
It's cold, we need to just get the vibes rising.
Me legs are cold, I don't know why.
I've got a fairy coat over me legs, can't lie. Right, so tell me, how was your Music Box experience?
It was great. Yeah, it's like a lot of times you do stuff like this, it can feel a bit. You feel like weird because obviously there's cameras and lights and stuff, but it just felt like quite natural. I went in, did the 2 tunes, and like it was just smooth, very smooth. Really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Like a Galaxy Caramel.
Yep.
Or like Barry White's voice. Oh, that's good then. So, what was you expecting it to be a little bit more vibey, or was you?
I don't know really.
It's a little bit weird, isn't it? Because I guess like if you're so used to performing to a crowd or you're used to performing to nobody, it's like a mixture of being with a crowd and nobody because you're kind of like by yourself.
Well, yeah, that's why I think it feels weird because, like I say, when I've done stuff like this before, it sort of always throws me a bit. But maybe it's to do with the fact that like I haven't performed for almost a year because of like COVID and stuff.
Because of the C word.
Yeah.
I don't want to know about the C word anymore.
It's just like, it's probably the most said word this year, isn't it? Or lockdown. But yeah, it's like, it might have been easier in a way. But I was saying before to someone, I hadn't realised, but I went into the studio the other day to record some vocals, and it doesn't occur to you, like I haven't sung in like a year. And after one song, I couldn't sing and my voice was absolutely gone. And I was like, oh, crap. And I had to just scrap the session. Well, I didn't scrap, I just sat there for 20 minutes yeah, pretty much.
Are you not keeping up the singing with the shower sessions? Because I know that my shower gets the best performances going.
No, but I live in like a house in a bungalow actually, which is quite full of people. So
why have I just had Dick and Dom in the bungalow just flying out at me? Bogies!
Well, yeah, but I don't know. It's like, I always say house, but it's actually like, it's one floor, so technically that is a bungalow, isn't it? But like, if I'm singing, it'll be to annoy other people or as a joke or something. And when I'm writing, I'm doing it dead low, like, but I know what it'll sound like in my head. But I'm like, so like,
I've got too much respect for people.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
And I'm a little bit embarrassed, to be honest. I'm like, oh, but
it's your thing. It's your thing. You've got you got to lose that embarrassment. You can't be getting to the studio being all like little froggy frog singing.
But I think it was a good thing because doing that has made this session today easier because I did 2 sessions in the studio, so my voice is all right now. It's prepared. So it's like if I'd showed up here and not done that, I probably would have absolutely messed it up. So I'm quite glad I didn't do that, if you know what I mean.
It's a nice way of easing your right out.
Yeah, defo.
Like, right, okay, let's talk about your music. So what inspired, because a lot of your music are, it's based on real life experiences, isn't it? So what type of things inspire you? Do you go around looking for heartbreak, or do you go around looking for things to annoy you to get some good lyrical inspiration?
It used to be heartbreak, I'd say. Like, I'm in a relationship now that I'm very happy, so there's not really anything to write about on that front.
Happy music, maybe?
I don't like happy music. I mean, I like some happy stuff, but like, I've never really wrote love songs.
Yeah.
I'm always more the sort of person to write a song about hate. Not hate, but like a song about something with someone that's not good. Because I don't feel like you can be motivated to write a happy song like everything's going well, la la la. It's like, no. But yeah, it's just general things. And like these days, I don't even really. I used to look at inspiration like, I'm going to write a song about this, I'm gonna try and make it sound like this. These days there's no plan, it's just comes out. And I like the idea, like a flow state that you hear people talk about, where it's like Bob Dylan said it before, and like he's wrote songs and then gone, I don't actually remember writing that. So I like to do it like that because I think that's how you get the best out of yourself.
Well, that kind of leads me on to what we want to talk about next, because we had a little chat before we got on air today, and we were just saying that when we get creative, it's at a very strange hour in the night.
Yeah, true. So,
it's the 3 a.m.
Yeah, 3 a.m.
3 a.m. club.
That's the first tune that I released that we will talk about in a bit was written at like 3 a.m. and that ended up being like the leading single, which is like, it's weird, but I don't know what it is, but I think maybe it is because usually you might be asleep and you might be dreaming and your brain would be firing off all these things, but you get to a certain time at night
Yeah.
and it's like,
I
I need to go to bed.
It's
But
like
I'm not
zombie
gonna.
stage though, isn't it? Because you're awake. I like to think of it as it's just like when the veil is lifting.
Yeah.
So it's like in between worlds.
Yeah, maybe. They say that, don't they? Like,
Am I going too far?
there's points when like the veil's at its thinnest or whatever. Like they say stuff like that. But I don't know what it is. But I think your best ideas do tend to come then, and it's almost like a rebellion on the fact that I shouldn't be awake now. I shouldn't be doing
Yeah.
this. That makes you go, no, I'm gonna make something and use the time I've got, and you just become dead active. And
Yeah.
or like you were saying about what you make jewelry.
I make
is
jewelry,
it?
yeah.
So
Like
do you
this
do
little
that at like
necklace.
3 a.m.?
Yeah, I made this one. I don't know if you can
Nice.
see it, but
But that's what I mean. Like,
shameless plug for myself there.
check it out.
Check it out, guys.
Yeah, but no, yeah, I don't know what it is, but like I've got to say, if you are trying to write something, you got writer's block. Maybe just stay up till 3 a.m. and it might
Yeah.
happen.
It's at that like lucid stage, isn't it?
Yeah,
We also
yeah.
like to do other things at 3 a.m., don't we? We're both on the same page with this. We like
Yeah.
to drunk shop and treat
Oh
ourselves.
yeah, yeah. I wondered where you were going with that. Then I
I know-
forgot what I
I
said.
know, even when I was saying it, I was like, oh my God, it sounds serious AF, man. But let's bring it back to what we were talking about. So we like to drunk shop. So I like to buy, drunk Meg likes to buy sober Meg some nice presents.
Yeah.
And you recently bought yourself something random, didn't you?
Yeah, I got DNA test off 23andMe.
Not the who's the daddy one.
No, not one of them. Luckily, but no, I was just sitting there, and actually, I think I was watching a video that was like saying, "Oh no, actually, that was it." I was watching The Crown, and I was like,
I'm addicted.
They say like, these people are really well off and stuff because they were born to this line, and really, like, I was just thinking like, but a lot of people are related to royalty down the line, and then
Yeah.
I was looking at it was saying how many people are actually related to them, and I was like, I wonder if I am. So I was like, and I was drunk watching The Crown at like 2 a.m. I was like, I went on 23, and I was like, it's a Black Friday sale, like luckily, so I got it for like,
bargain as well.
yeah, it was like 70 quid, but it was stupid to like make that purchase, and it still hasn't actually arrived yet, so it's been like a week. So
It's probably had a lot of people drunk watching The Crown being like, am I related to the Queen?
And I
I
wouldn't
don't
even
even
wanna
think
be.
half of those are related to each other.
No.
I've just recently got into Netflix
Yeah.
and I binge watched The Crown as well, so
Mm.
I've finished it now. I feel like it's a very big achievement for me because
Yeah.
I'm not really a big TV person. But most of them really aren't related.
No, and there's a lot of weird stuff that goes. I mean, I'm not a massive hater. I'm not a fan of the royalty or anything like that. I think like it's just a weird thing, isn't it?
It is
not
weird. I've loved
normal.
having a little peek behind the curtain though and seeing what
Yeah.
goes on. I'm like, damn.
I mean, I'd show a lot of respect to the Queen, but not because she was the Queen. It's because she's an old woman. Like, if I seen a woman walking down the street, I'd show her the exact same level
Yeah.
of respect. So I think like it would be interesting to see. But at the end of the day, they are just people.
Yeah.
They just happen to wear crowns and diamonds and stuff. And
Apart
like,
from the Queen not crying, which don't even get me started on that because
Yeah,
I'll
that
go
is
down a
quite weird.
whole conspiracy hole with you. So
yeah,
let's talk a little bit about your music. So first of all, like you were signed with a record label, wasn't
Yeah.
you? And now you've got to respect the hustle. Man's been saving for a MacBook so he can self-record.
Yeah.
So clap, rounds of applause for you.
yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about your songs because would you want to talk about your experience with the record label and why you self-record them?
Well, it's a mixture of things really. It's like I've been in music in the past. I was in bands and stuff like that were doing all right, and then I went on my own. Well, actually, I had a bit of a tough time for a while, so I left the old band. So I suffer with this thing called depersonalization disorder, which is like it's a dissociative thing in your mind, like if you've got really bad anxiety for a while, it can
You kind of
it can
disengage.
exacerbate it, and it's like the world feels dead unreal and stuff. But that was really affecting me at the time, so I just stopped music for like 2 years, basically. Recovered from that. I'm absolutely fine now. I'm like happiest person ever. But like, I was like, I need to get back into music. But I was desperate to do well, and I got in with this label. And like originally they were saying, yeah, this is gonna come out. We recorded all this stuff in like July 2018. They were like, it's gonna come out in February. And then it was just like no communication. Didn't come out in February. Oh, it's gonna come out in July. Didn't come out in July. And this kept going and kept going. And to the point where it came out in October. I'd waited. And then like literally like the day it came out, all round about that time, they were like, yeah, we're not gonna carry the label on after this really. We're gonna just stop basically. And I was like, what, so I've just delayed myself for this long for no reason. And I've tried to get in touch with them to get, I mean, I don't want to talk about it too much, but the song that they put out is, I get like copyright strikes on it when I put it on a video. It's like, it's my song. I need to have that, like, and I've emailed them, but I've not had anything back. So basically, like, I'd say to her, if any musicians are watching this, don't rely on other people too much, and like, you can just do it yourself these days. And I've been the last few singles doing it myself, and it's been absolutely fine and actually like a lot better. So I'd say back yourself, look into what you're doing, plan things, do it right, like, and that's why I've got a Mac basically, because like I can record everything myself, get a producer who I know, and like my mate does it like that, and that's what inspired me to do it. He does everything himself, puts singles out, and they sound amazing.
You got the full control.
Yeah, it's just like, and like you just get a distribution service, put it out. Only get a label if they're coming to you with an offer that's like, we can enhance your thing. Don't go to them like, please, please, please. Yeah. Because I know it's like, it's hard as like a working class musician, but being too
dependent on somebody can be messing you up. The only thing I would say to that though is you've got to trust the timing of the universe, because maybe that didn't work. I always think that things don't work out for a reason. Yeah. And so like whatever was going on with those obviously just wasn't the right thing or for that time. And that's kind of built, it's give you a bit more resilience and a bit more direction as to what you want to do. So now you're just going to own your own show, baby.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. That's one of the things that you can't teach. It's like, mistakes are the best teacher. Yeah. Someone could tell you all this and it wouldn't matter, it wouldn't go in. Yeah. Especially in my brain, like, I'd think I knew everything, but I didn't.
I love taking an L, not going to lie.
Yeah, it's the best teacher. Like, I've took a lot of L's and now I'm still taking them, but less.
But you've got more strength to take them on. Yeah. Let's talk about your music then before we wrap up. So first song that you performed was Hip Kids. I think we've established from our conversation that we are both very, very hip. Yeah. Psych. No, I think because the song kind of, it wants to be a part of the NCAP, but then it doesn't. Yeah. So...
Well, yeah, it's that's the one I wrote like at 3 a.m. and I was feeling a bit better and washed up and like just all these weird feelings and stuff. And it's like I wanted to be accepted by a lot of like these cool like indie people and all that, and like I was really bothered about all that stuff for a while. But at the same time, I kind of hated it and hated all the poses and stuff. And like the song's about being a bit of a hypocrite, to be honest. Like and not. I don't know. You think you're above it, but you kind of don't at the same time. It's really weird, and it's also just about going out at like in your 20s and being at like on a night out and
getting
stuff.
Messed up.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
So then that leads us nicely onto your next song, which was Easy, which talks about addiction. But we weren't addicted to substances or anything illegal. No. But this could be like addicted to a bad love. So the person behind this song, we're not going to name that, but.
Well, yeah, it was at the time I was a student, and like there's a girl who I was quite sort of hung up on a bit, and I don't know. It's just like you tell yourself this isn't a good thing, this isn't good for me, but then like if you get a text off her, it's like, I'm texting back. Yeah. I'm going out that night with her, and it always ended.
You know it's not good for you, but you just can't stop. It's like me with cake. I'm like, I know I shouldn't eat that slice, but man, it looks so good. Yeah. So just eat it.
That's what it was about, pretty much. Yeah. Cake.
And then the third song that you sang was Go, which is about disillusion.
Yeah. Go's about the state of the country for like young people. Again, it's kind of set on a night out. The narrator's on a night out. Sort of, a lot of people probably do this as well, where you're on a night out and you feel like you're kind of outside and you're watching everyone, and like it was just reflecting. It was using the night out to sort of reflect the country. Yeah. And like
what goes on. Yeah. And what's wrong with it, basically.
Yeah, and like mentions austerity. It talks about people on nights out doing drugs, but then our politicians pretty much are the exact same. Yeah. So like, yeah. A lot of parallels there.
We're living in a parallel universe.
Yes.
And then the latest song, which you're working on now to release.
No, it's just come out.
Just come out, and it's on Spotify. We can find it on there.
Pretty much everything, I think, because I released through Ditto. It goes out on like all platforms.
All platforms.
I think so. Yeah, I only really use Spotify, but I'm pretty sure it's on like iTunes, Amazon, all that other stuff.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And that is about knowing when to leave a relationship.
Yes, like
we've all been there.
Yep, everyone's defo. Well, maybe other people are better at like choosing than me, but I've been in relationships before where I've thought this isn't making me happy and this needs to end, but it's really hard to end a relationship.
It really is.
And yeah,
because even though you care about that person, you don't want to like break their heart or make them feel less.
That's the worst thing in the world. It's like you've got. You do care about them. You might not be in love with them anymore, but you still care about them. But delay me sort of exacerbates
delaying the inevitable.
Takes it. Pretty much.
Yeah. It's got to happen at some point.
Yeah, exactly. It's better to just do it, I think. But you know.
I get called Megan Scissorhands because I'm just ready. Like if something's not working, I'm like snip, snip, bye bye.
Well, that's good if you cut it out early. But if you let it get to the point where it's like, I've let it go a bit far now, and then it's like, now I am gonna upset someone. But
I get accused of cutting off too early, though. So I'm like umbilical cord. Yeah. Right. So we've talked about music. We've had an amazing time in the studio. I've had a lovely time chatting to you. So let our followers, let our viewers watch. Why can't I talk? I promise I haven't been drinking. It's only like early in the morning. Yeah, but let our viewers know what your socials are so we can have a little stalk, we can have a little listen.
I'm pretty much known as like Fagan Music on everything. So Instagram, I think it's Fagan Music 1, and then Twitter, I think it's Fagan_music, and then like obviously all my other links are on there. Facebook, I don't really use it anymore because I was getting sick of it, and they're more like incentivizing you to pay on Facebook.
Yeah.
This might be on Facebook. If it is, apologise.
We love Facebook. Facebook is amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Facebook.
But it's like,
don't mess with the algorithm.
No, yeah, if you want this post to do well, pay this much money. It's like,
they boost. You want to boost everything now, don't you?
Yeah, so I just stopped using it pretty much.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for chatting to me. I've had a lovely time.
Same. Thanks for having me on. It's been really good.
And make sure you check out Fagan Music and his new latest song, Delay Me. And that's all from me for this episode of The Music Box. I've been Meg Vincetta. He's been Fagan. And we've had a lovely show once again. Bye, guys.
See you later.